Okay. Sorry about the abrupt ending. My phone actually died. That's what happened. I forgot to, have it plugged in while recording. Last video was 4 hours, 40 minutes long. This one. I'm not sure yet, but we're on this Resident Evil 5 costumes vid. I don't go use the restroom.
Wesker and Jill's costumes from Mercenaries. Those will be on here in addition to Chris's and Sheva's, but Barry, Rebecca, Excella, Josh will not be. I won't waste any more of your time. Let's get right into the video. Pepperoni, angry peppers, mushrooms all the time. Pepperoni, angry peppers, mushrooms all the time. In last place, you hate to see it, or I don't hate to see it because I made the list and I decided to put him here. It's Heavy Metal Chris. I do not like this skin. It obscures too much of your view. The shoulder, it just bothers me, and it's boring. And what is it supposed to look like? He looks like Fallout Power Armor, but without any of the stuff that makes Fallout Power Armor cool. So he just looks like a guy in metal. And I guess that's some people's jam. I'm not a big fan. All of his other costumes are much better, I think. Heavy Metal Chris goes at the bottom just because I don't like anything about it. I mean, not much more to explain than that. It also actively damages my ability to play the game because the shoulder pads are so massive and it takes up so much space. So it goes at number 14. At number 13, we have Club and Sheva. Now, I've got some choice words about this skin. I want to say, from the neck down, this skin is okay. I think it's not fantastic. I think they could have done a better design. It's all a little bit ugly, but it looks fine. I understand that it's like a clubbing outfit. That's cool. My main gripes with it are the skirt. 1 is too short. 2, the front of it is hideous. 3, the belt doesn't match. And 4, the shoes are hideous. Other than that, it's fine. So basically, if they just changed most of it, it would be fine. But my main gripe with this skin, the reason I never use this skin is the hair. She has Sweet Life of Zack and Cody hair, and it's horrible. I do not like her hair. It does not suit her at all. Like, I could see this working on somebody else. It's kind of similar to Rebecca's hair, but it doesn't work for Sheva at all. No. This costume would be so much better with her regular hair. Please, Capcom, if you remake this game, if you give her this outfit, if you don't change it, at least change her hair back. Or have it be like a selectable option like in 4 Remake. Please, Capcom, I beg of you. But yeah, this costume goes second to last at number 13. It's far from a favorite. She has many other way better outfits.
For the future.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part.
At the 12th spot, we have BSAA Jill. I did say this is the same exact skin from Resident Evil 1 Remake. I did say in that one that I wasn't a huge fan of it, and that stands here. It just looks really bland. Jill has so many iconic designs that they could have pulled any sort of inspiration from, but they just gave her blue shirt, gray pants. And then I don't like the hat. I don't know. Jill shouldn't be wearing a baseball cap. It just feels weird. I don't know. I understand they probably did it to differentiate her from Sheva more, but at that point, you could have just given her classic hair and just say she got a haircut or something. I don't know, okay? I don't know. I think this skin is really boring, and it's by far her most boring look in any game. And honestly, that fact is what knocks it down so low. The skin on its own isn't too horrible, but in context with how many other amazing outfits she has, it just makes it more sad that it's boring. So it goes at number 12.
You just talked just now.
Did I? At number 11, we have Fairy Tail Sheva. I almost really like this skin. Like, it's a good skin, okay? It's a good skin. The hood is awesome. The physics on the hood, the way it, moves, especially in some of the cutscenes, stellar. It looks amazing for how old this game is. It looks incredible. But the skirt is too short. It's too sexualized. That's my main problem. If it was just like a regular Fairy Tail outfit, I would like it much better. I really like the boots. Just make the skirt a little longer so that every time she gets knocked over, she's not flashing everyone. It's a way better skin. That's literally, it just bothers me how kind of over-sexualized it is for no reason. You can make the Fairy Tail skin really good and just not have those elements. I feel like that's kind of weird to include in a fairy tale skin because fairy tales are usually more for younger people. I don't know if I'm overreaching for this. I probably am. Or if I'm overthinking this, like I said, I most likely am. I don't know. Just the over-sexualization of it just kind of rubs me the wrong way, specifically for this one. The other ones, I don't mind it as much. This one specifically just bugged me a little bit, and that's why I ranked it at number 11.
Water, and the only thing I can do is to drink my own pee.
At number 10 is Safari Chris. Now, this one is honestly only higher than Fairy Tale Sheva and BSAA Jill because it's hilarious. I do actually use this skin a lot more than a lot of the ones I ranked above it because of how funny it is. The white hair, the zebra suit from top to bottom. This is a zebra suit, a zebra print suit. And he's got a little necklace on. Where did Chris get a zebra suit? Where did he get that from? He even has zebra shoes on. Have you looked at his shoes? Probably not, because it's a third-person game. He has zebra print on his shoes. That's all I gotta say. This is the funniest skin in the entire game. At least I think it is. This is the funniest skin in the game. I don't think it's a good skin. The sheer amount of joy it brings me in looking at it, that's what lands it here. that's what gets it in the top 10. Safari Chris goes here. I feel bad ranking it higher because it's not a good skin, but dear God, is it funny. At number 9, we have Warrior Chris. Now, this is another one that I would have ranked higher if it was just a little bit less over-sexualized. And this one also makes me a little bit uncomfortable. It doesn't bother me as much as Fairy Tale Sheva's, but I already talked about that. At least they're fair. Hey, they sexualize Chris and Sheva. I give them points for that. They're fair. At least they're fair. I think what mainly bugs me about it, it's not the fact that he's shirtless. The fact that he's shirtless isn't what bugs me. I think it's the leather daddy pants are what that's what kills me. That and the aviators. That's what kills me about this skin. It's just so funny. Oh god. Yeah, it's funny in the way the Safari Chris skin is, but it's a better skin. Honestly, that's about it. I mean, I don't have too much to say about it. It's a better skin than Safari Chris. I still don't think it's super great. It's just funny that of all the ideas they had, they went with this one. Fine by me. A little bit over-sexualized. So, it gets number 9. Chris? Stop it. At number 8, we have Stars Chris. Now, I know what you're thinking. Whoa, the Stars outfit's this low? Are you insane? It doesn't fit this version of Chris. He's too buff to fit in this outfit. This outfit has to contain him, and it simply can't. It can't. This is fledgling virgin Chris outfit on Chad bicep bulging Chris. It doesn't. I don't think it works. It doesn't gel well. It bothers me the same way that RE5 Chris being in RE1 remake does. It's the same kind of uncanny valley. Like, you shouldn't be here. You need to leave. That kind of like it just bugs me a little bit. So it's not a bad skin. Obviously, it goes literally in the middle because it is good. I just don't think it suits this version of Chris very well, and I'm not a big fan of the Stars outfits to begin with. I do think if they all followed the palette that Wesker has and Code Veronica Chris has, having a black vest with their color of shirt under it, so much better. I think that's way better. And it makes more sense for them as police officers. So I think they should go with that style. But yeah, this one goes at number 8.
Wesker, you're pitiful.
At number 7, right above it, because it's almost the same outfit, we have Stars Wesker. I felt bad putting these too far away from each other, so I literally just put them next to each other. I do think Stars Wesker works a lot better because he's got the Stars headset from Resident Evil 1 remake, and he has, just to be honest, I just like this color combo better. That's it. That's why it goes above Stars Chris. I just like this color combo. I like blue better than green. So, that's it. That's literally it. I don't know what more you want me to say. I said everything I feel about the Stars outfits in general in the number 8 spot, and I just like blue better than I like green. So, Stars Wesker goes to number 7.
I'm thinking about starting to run on the treadmill again. I need to drop my belly fat.
Yeah, no, that's total BS.
I think I'm gonna...
Hurry up! Hurry up! Chris!
Roger, come on,
Hurry up!
come on.
Come on!
At number 6, we have BSAA Sheva, which is her default outfit. I've always really liked this outfit, actually. When I think of Sheva, I don't think of any of her alternate costumes first. I think of this outfit right here. I think it's awesome. There's not another, like, purple Resident Evil character, like main character at least. So I think her rocking the purple top looks awesome, and it's iconic. It separates her from anyone else because nobody else really has her like color, and she stands out. She looks awesome. She looks badass. So this is a really good regular outfit. It's going at number 6.
What'd you get, dude?
I got boners.
Oh, cool.
At number 5, I know I complained about the over-sexualization of the other skins, and this one is just as bad, but Tribal Sheva just looks so badass, okay? She does! She looks awesome! I can't be the only one thinking this, right? She just looks badass. She looks awesome. And the costume is so like intricately designed and well made, and all like the face paint and stuff looks so cool. I know it's clearly over sexualized. It's just I like it, okay? Leave me alone. I'm not gonna get into the whole debate of sexualizing video game characters, but I do think that when it's done well and it's done tastefully, it's fine. And the other costumes that are over sexualized are a little bit tacky, and they don't suit the characters very well, and they just look a little weird. This one, I think, suits how badass Sheva is, and it's awesome, and it's very well made. Yes, I know it kind of boils down to just leopard print bikini with extra steps, but I think it works really well. I will die on this hill. Call me a hypocrite in the comments if you want. I don't care. I like this skin.
Do you know anything about the Chinese zodiac?
Oh, Jill, no.
At number 4, if you watched my RE3 and REverse Costumes Ranked video, you know how much I like this outfit. It's Jill's battlesuit. Now, I will say, I do like the texture and stuff of it better in REverse. I think some of the like built-in shadowing on the costume and like the wear points of the costume look a little weird in RE5. It's kind of aged kind of weirdly, but I like the battlesuit. It looks awesome. I do think it's weird that in Mercenary she has it zipped like all the way down. I know it's like, it doesn't need to be like that. Okay, it just doesn't need to be like that. Zip it up. It's zipped up in the story mode. I don't understand. And I know I'm complaining about the over-sexualization thing again after just putting something in number 5. Literally for that reason. I'm a hypocrite. I'm a filthy hypocrite. I know. I understand. But battlesuit's just awesome. Oddly suits Jill well, and I can't really explain why. I don't get why, because old Jill would have never worn this. In a million years, I don't think she would have worn this. But RE5 Jill, it suits RE5 Jill. Like, when I think of RE5 Jill, I think of this. I don't think of her other outfit, because this is how she appears in most of the game. I don't quite know how to explain why it suits her as well as it does. If anyone in the comments can explain it, please feel free. Please save me from this pain. And I know it's not satisfying to put something in the top 5 and be able to explain why. I will be honest, yes, it does look good on her, and that does play into how high it plays, but it's not the only thing that matters, because there's 3 other costumes I like above this. But this same costume on, like, Sheva, for example, it wouldn't be nearly as high. Because it doesn't suit Sheva. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not just because of that it ranks so high. It suits the character, it fits her well, and it sexualizes her in a mostly tasteful way. When they zip the battlesuit all the way down, that's a no. That's really weird. No. Generally, when it's like zipped up and stuff, or zipped to a reasonable level, it's badass and it fits the characters. It's going in number 4. Okay, call me a simp or whatever the fuck you want in the comments. I don't care. Okay? I don't care. I've already cooked my reputation in this video, so we're just moving on to the top 3.
The fucking place! I fucking hate it! It's full of dickheads! I fucking hate it!
Number 3, we have Midnight Wesker. I would argue this is Wesker's best costume in any game, hands down.
Ooh.
I don't know how many people agree with me, or they think his RE4 costume is better, or they like the Stars look, but I think this is his best look. With or without the coat, it would go in the same place, so I'm not ranking them separately. I really like the patterning of his outfit with like the squares. I know in the wrong lighting, it could just look like a tarp, but I think it looks really good, and I think it mixes up the visual flair of it, just not just being like a straight leather costume. I think it makes it look a lot better, and it sells it a lot better. It having that like checker pattern, I think it makes it look awesome. It makes it iconic. And then his hair, Wesker looks amazing. He looks so good. And then, yeah, that's it. It goes to number 3. Number 2, we have BSAA Chris. This is the costume I think of when I think of Chris. This one right here. From any game. I don't think of RE8 Chris. Why would I think of RE7 Chris? I don't think of Code Veronica Chris. Chris from RE1. I think of this Chris right here. Just something about his like tactical t-shirt thing, his biceps bulging, the knife on his back, his hair. He looks iconic. This is iconic Chris. This is Chris. It feels like a refined look for Chris that suits him, but isn't overly generic military, but also still kind of is, because Chris is just kind of generic military guy sometimes. That's the way he's written sometimes. It's just can't be helped. That's how Capcom writes him, so it's just going to show in his character. So while it does have some of those elements, it stands out. No one else in the game looks like this. He looks really good. It suits him well. Shows off those biceps. Biceps being out is the equivalent of Sheva's vest being down. It works better for Chris because it is part of his personality, whereas Jill's boobs aren't a part of her personality. Chris's biceps are, because he yokes himself up to be able to keep up with all the bioweapon bullshit. So it goes to number 2. This is the iconic Chris look. I know it might be a little controversial rating the default costume this high, but he can't beat it. He can't beat BSAA Chris. This is his best look by far.
Business.
At number 1, yeah. Okay, Business Chef. This is just such a cool costume. I love the glasses. The glasses are so cool. And then her having the suit on with the holster is just so badass. It's like she was at like a business meeting or something, and she's like, "Oh shit, there's an attack right now. We gotta go. We gotta fight the." And then she puts on the vest and she goes, "The skirt is too short." That is my only gripe with this skin. But because the game is from like the waist up, I can basically ignore it. But other than that, this skin is awesome. I just think it's really cool. It's really badass, and it suits her character oddly well. We don't ever see her being any sort of like businessy like character. She's very much seems like a gets her hands dirty, boots on the ground character. I do think they could have executed Chris's alternate costumes a lot better than they did. I like the ideas of them, like having the Mad Max style Chris outfits. That's such a good idea.
I thought her name was Shiva.
I just don't think they executed it as well as they executed Sheva's. That's why Chris's are lower. It's not because I'm literally bisexual. Okay, I don't care. Sheva isn't higher than Chris because she's hotter than Chris. They're both hot. They just executed Sheva's costumes better than they did for Chris. At least I think so. Notice how I put Wesker's skin tight outfit above Jill's. I also put Wesker's skin tight outfit above Sheva's skin tight outfits. So my goal here wasn't to be like, this one's the hottest outfit, so it gets in the top. No, this game just by nature just has very overly sexualized alternate costumes, more so than all the other costume rankings I've done before, so I felt like I needed to make it clear. I personally think that sexualization of characters is fine as long as it suits the character, it's tasteful, it fits them, and it's tasteful. And I think this one does, even though it is clearly just a sexualized outfit. But I will say, if they do this outfit in the remake, I really think they should give her pants. And I know that's going to make a lot of people complain and be like, no, they're nerfing how hot our characters are. No, it's I'm going to put it this way. The opening shot of Sheva in this game is literally a shot of her ass. Now imagine that in Super Pants, okay? Both camps win. Both camps win. That's all I'm going to say. That's going to do it for the ranking. If you like this video, drop a like. If you dislike this video, drop a like instead, and then subscribe if you want more content like this. I don't know how many more costume rankings specifically I'll be doing, maybe a couple more, but I do have plenty more of these on the channel, and I will have lots of other Resident Evil videos on the channel and coming up in the future. So, yeah. We do have channel memberships up on the channel starting at 99 cents. If you're tired of my horrible microphone, any money I get from the channel goes right back into the channel. So, if you want to help me out with getting a better microphone, maybe getting the premium version of my video editor, stuff like that, feel free to become a member. That would be incredibly awesome, and I would deeply appreciate it. But obviously, if you watched the video and enjoyed the video, I still deeply appreciate you. Thank you for watching, and yeah, stay evil, my residents.
Hurry the fuck up.
Our lowest prices of the season at Tractor Supply. 20% off all Producer's Fried Chicken Coops. Save 70...
Resident. Today we're going to take a look at all of the
Mercenary what?
Mercenaries characters in Resident Evil
Oh,
5
character.
Mercenaries, and we're going to rank them from worst to best based on my personal opinion, because if I rank them
Whisker?
objectively, you guys would just flame me in the comments and say like, no, you're wrong, dude. Midnight Whisker is actually the best. So, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to rank them subjectively, because it's more fun for me, because I have very subjective opinions about all these characters, and if you're good at the game, honestly, it doesn't really matter, except it kind of does, but it mostly doesn't. So, there's 18 mercenary characters, and this is going to be a long fucking video, so let's get started.
Yes!
In last place, 18th place, we have BSAA Jill. I've seen the error of my ways with her pistol when I ranked the Resident Evil 5 weapons. The PX4 kind of sucks. Yeah, you get crits all the time, yeah, it's fine, but score be damned. You will not get any score. If you are playing this game for score, don't pick Jill. If you're trying to do all enemies routed, I guess fine, go for it. But she has like okay kill moves. She's okay to play as. She has an okay machine gun, and her pistol will not get you any points. She does come with flash grenades, so I guess that's good. But yeah, she just doesn't have that much going for her. So she goes in last place, which is very sad.
Only your dreams, I will dream them too.
In 17th place, we have BSAA Chris, and he suffers from RE4 Leon syndrome, where he has a shitty shotgun and a shitty handgun, except the shitty handgun is okay in this game. He's the default mercenary character. I mean, what more do you want? He gives you a grenade, a first aid spray, and the default kit. It's familiar, it's cool, it's hip, it's wow, and how. And yeah, he's just fun. He's okay. I'd say the only actually bad character in this game is BSAA Jill. There's a couple of other ones you could argue for, but I think they're more fun to play as because they have silly moves. But yeah, Chris is he's just kind of boring to play as. You played as him through the whole main game, and then you unlock the bonus mode, you're like, oh boy, I get to play as Chris again. I mean, if you like Chris, cool, but I like Chris, but I'm playing Mercenaries to play as all the weirdos, okay? I want to play as, like, you know, everyone else. Does that make sense? So Chris goes at number 17.
Protect them! Where were you when your own people needed you? Hiding!
In 16th place, we have Battlesuit Jill. They did Jill dirty in this game because I hate this machine gun, and she gets my least favorite sniper, and that's it. Yeah, she has grenades, but they're not flash grenades, and flash grenades are just better. That's pretty much all I got to say. Yeah, she's dripped out. She's in her iconic battlesuit outfit. First person to bring up that her battlesuit is unzipped in the comments, I am baiting you for my comment section. But yeah, she has kind of attack moves like default Jill, and she has boring weapons. The weapons are better than regular BSAA Jill, but they're just boring, and I personally don't like them very much. So she goes here in 16th place, which is very sad because Jill is out of the list. I will not be talking about Jill anymore in this video, and that's sad. But that's the way it is.
Nice knowing you guys.
Sometimes I wonder what the old people say.
In 15th place, we have Business Sheva, and the main reason I ranked her down here is because she has proximity mines, which are a pain in the ass to use in Mercenaries, and I don't like her handgun that much. I honestly prefer Chris's handgun, but if I was going to take a handgun, this is like the last one I'd take, at least in Mercenaries, besides BSAA Jill's, but that's a Mercenaries exclusive, so I still would sort of rather use that one. I don't know what I'm talking about. She does have the L-Hawk, which does help, but she just honestly just generally struggles with firepower. If you're playing on a map that just has regular Magini, you're gonna be fine, but if you're playing on a map with any remotely difficult enemy, you're not gonna be fine. You're not gonna be having a good time. Because, at least for me, my Magnum ammo drop rate in this game just is horrible. I don't know if that's the case for everyone else, but just specifically for Sheva
It's so
and
long in
Wesker,
here.
the Magnum ammo drop rate
The
is
sun
so
is coming
bad.
up.
If that's the case for you, please let me know in the comments. I don't know if I'm just unlucky or if it's a skill issue or something, but Business Sheva goes at 15.
So
She just doesn't have good
done with
firepower.
this crap.
Like, she's fun. She has decent weapons, but
So
she needs like
this
one
is-
more like medium strength weapon that has sort of okay aim.
I told Mama we'd see elephants, tigers, panthers. She thought I was...
In 14th place, we have Safari Chris, because he's just default Chris with 2 rocket launchers, which, while funny, is not that helpful, because they don't help you score that much.
There's a guy, there's a guy.
There's the lead
You son of a
down.
brick.
Launcher attack. This isn't Resident Evil 6, and he has a better shotgun than BSAA Chris and a worse handgun. But the better shotgun balances it out, and the dual RPGs is so funny that he gets higher. That's it.
Jeez, man. Screw these guys with the chain guns. Like, seriously. These guys.
In 13th place, we have Clevin Sheva. I just told my brother that this character was OP, then I looked at it again, and she's actually not OP. I was actually stupid.
Punch him in the
The
face.
Jump-Breaker is okay for crowd control, but she also has an assault rifle, which does the same exact thing, and she has the slow bolt action, which is good, but you're not going to be setting up too many combos with it, you're not going to be setting up too many hits, it's either going to kill him, and it's not great for stunning because it's slow, and then she has 2 weapons that do the same thing, so she just has a redundant slot, no healing items, no grenades or anything like that, which kind of sucks. She should actually probably be a little lower, but I'm already recording the video, so I'm not going to change it.
Who's when it happens?
Well,
In 12th
they
place,
show up
we
at the same
have
time.
Sheva.
That's the problem.
She is
Yeah,
basically
I
an
should just
amalgamation
use
of
cube
Battlesuit Jill
on
and Clevin Sheva, but better because she has the Dragunov, which is my favorite sniper. She
I
has
want to.
a good machine gun, and she has my favorite pistol. So I mean, she's got it all, but she doesn't have like the best stuff. You know, she doesn't have the best machine gun. I guess that's the only best thing she doesn't have.
I think
She also
Lister's
doesn't come with
gonna be pretty
grenades.
down here.
And then I'm just not a big fan of Sheva's kill moves because they take a long time. And they're not super cool, and I've seen most of them in the main game a million freaking times, so I'm not super excited to be landing any like special epic moves with Sheva, like I would say with like Barry Burton. So yeah, PSA Sheva gets number 12 basically because she's kind of just very like generic
pretty
character,
similar.
but she just has better weapons, if that makes sense.
Yeah, this is like the same animations
great.
for
In 11th place, we have Heavy Metal Chris. I don't know how I feel about Heavy Metal Chris. I moved him around on this list quite a lot because he has the stupidest, dookiest, but also most hilarious and oddly effective kit in Mercenaries. Like, you can post up in the mine section where you can't just hold out the stun rod, you're good. You can win like that. It's relatively easy. Is it fun? God no. But it's a little funny, at least for the first third of it. Like, he also has his minigun, which
he died.
I have a love-hate relationship with because
I got
it's fun to
shot for something,
use,
though.
but the bullet velocity is so shit and it takes up so much of your screen that it irritates me to use. There's nothing that irritates me more in a game than my screen being like super cluttered by
I'm
these
just
giant
not sure where
characters or
to
giant guns and stuff like that. And so the big
hide.
giant minigun backpack just
like
bothers
hide
me.
for cover for that other
That's
guy
it.
to
Heavy
come.
Metal Chris would probably be in like 7 or 8 if he didn't have the giant fucking backpack.
Butter. That's it. Say again. Butter.
Cracking the top 10, we have the main man himself, Chris's blood-tasting ass, Barry Burton. He has his unique handgun, which is a reliable 2-shot kill, but also is great for setting up combos because it pretty much always stuns. He has a solid Magnum for good heavy guy damage, and he has the best sniper in the game. His only downside is he doesn't come with healing items, but he comes with pretty good weapons, so it's kind of offset by that, but also, he still doesn't come with healing items, so I can't put him much higher. They also had a missed opportunity to give Barry Burton, the guy whose whole personality is that he has a Magnum, they didn't give him the biggest Magnum. They gave him the smallest Magnum. Why? Kaka, what are you doing?
I was so hungry! I didn't mean to!
In 9th place, we have Fairy Tale Sheva. They gave Fairy Tale Sheva the giant Barry Burton Magnum. Why? Just swap them. Just swap the magnums. I already talked about that. Time to talk about Sheva. She has the OK shotgun, and she has the best assault rifle, and she also comes with golden eggs, which is kind of OP, and it's really fun. I really like playing as Sheva, but I can't rank her higher because I feel naked in this game if I don't have a pistol. Like, it just feels like some of my bones are missing or something like that. Like, I'm walking around without, like, my femurs, you know? So, yeah, Sheva goes at number 9 because she's effective, but much like the opening to Wolfenstein the New Colossus, it's fun, but...
you gotta kid me, he had a teammate.
Can we just relax and turn on the
I
radio?
got killed by...
Would you like ham or food?
What the heck?
Place we have
I killed by
Mr.
a
Mosby
freaking
from Sweet Life of Zack and
spiders.
Cody.
Great.
This is a solid kit. He's my favorite pistol. He has my favorite
I know there's
shotgun,
gonna be
an
another
RPG, and grenade.
Revenant
That's
down
solid.
there.
He also has the best fucking melee moves in the entire game because he basically just has all of Leon's. He's really good. If I was ranking these objectively, he'd probably be in like top 3 or 4. He's really good, but I think some of the other characters are more fun to play. Up in here, this like top 8 or so, it gets really close, and I'm gonna be repeating myself a little bit because all of these characters are really fun to play as. But yeah, Josh is just really fun because he has a unique moveset and he has a good loadout. Not like the most unique loadout in the world, but it's pretty dang solid if you ask me.
I've been in the hills, fucking dude. I've been in the hills, fucking dude. I've been in the hills.
In 7th place, we have Midnight Wesker with his kit basically staying the same, as much as it could stay the same from Resident Evil 4. And, I mean, it was good there, it's good here. And he has his extra cool running moves that, if you don't know, you can chain a few times. It took me an embarrassing amount of years to figure out that you
You
can do that.
freaking
I'm not gonna tell you that. You have to
dang
figure it out.
freaking
Good luck. He also gets the big Barry Burton Magnum that Barry Burton did not get. Yes, I'm still mad about
This
And he gets
whole
one of my favorite
area
pistols.
freaking
I'd say something like
sucks.
my second favorite pistol. The only downside is that he doesn't come
I
with
hate
healing
this
items,
area.
and his ability sucks up his health, which kind of sucks.
Then again, I'm in nightmare
And
mode, so
you have to be
jeez.
playing good to
keep
be
on
good as
dying.
Midnight Wesker. So naturally, I stuck with him, and he's still fun. He's still cool to play as. I do kind of wish he had his coat though. I feel like it would make his like running animations look a little cooler, because he looks a little silly running around in just his like skin tight outfit. Yeah, Midnight Wesker goes at number 7. He's fun, he's solid, and I'm also solid. In 6th place, we have Stars Chris. And honestly, I'm the only grenade launcher fan, so naturally any character with a grenade launcher is going towards the top, and he has a grenade launcher, so here he is. He doesn't have a pistol, so again, I feel like I'm trying to walk without legs, but it's, I have a grenade launcher, so that's okay, that's fine. I don't need legs, I have a grenade launcher, that's it. He also comes with the best assault rifle again, and he comes with the dinky small magnum instead of the epic large shiny magnum. Which is fine.
I got hit by a rocket.
He's just a solid kid. I wish he came with either a healing item or a
I'm
hand
not
cannon.
mad at
Both
that
would
one.
make him a little
That was
OP,
funny.
who cares?
The fucking place! I fucking hate it! It's full of
Nice,
dickheads!
Rebecca.
I fucking hate it!
In 5th place, we have Rebecca Chambers with the most weirdly good loadout in the game, because all of her melee moves are really freaking good, and she has 2 solid crowd control weapons. I know I docked another character for having 2 crowd control weapons, but Rebecca doubles down on it with the crowd control because that's what her melee moves do as well. So you can really get in there and just like destroy all of these freaking Magini, whereas with the other character I mentioned you can't. So that's the difference here. I'm not a hypocrite, and I'm not that stupid. Okay? I know
African
somewhat what I'm talking about. And she also comes with 2 healing items and a ton of ammo. So you're basically set for life with Rebecca, honestly. And that's why she goes at number 5. Again, I can make it like a handgun. I am going to say that. Every time a character have a handgun, because that is how integral handguns feel to just the Resident Evil game flow. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Rebecca goes at number 5. In 4th place, we have Stars Wesker. I'm like 99% sure he's the best character in the game, but I just think the other 3 characters above him are more fun. I mean, he has a really solid pistol. He's my favorite magnum. He is the best shotgun in the game, the most OP shotgun in pretty much any Resident Evil game. So, and then he has his extra attack moves. So he's just incredible. He's really good, and that makes it really fun to play as because fun.
he was almost
Yeah, I don't have much more to say about him. He's fun. He's cool. And that's it. That's pretty much it.
Well, at least it's just survived. I think I survived.
In 3rd place, we have Excella, who has the epic 3-burst handgun, a machine gun that you're not really going to use, to be honest, because she has the 3-burst handgun, and a grenade launcher. She also has some hilarious kill moves, and if you say that you want any of these kill moves performed on you in the comments, I'm banning you from my comment section. Yeah, she's just a ton of fun to play as. Any character with a grenade launcher is fun to play as, and she has a handgun. That's the dream loadout right there. If I have a handgun, a grenade launcher, I'm honestly set for life. Yes, I prefer Claire in Resident Evil 2 Remake. Didn't know it was that obvious, but if you're gonna profile me, go ahead, I guess.
You got the decision. Man, I won, but I didn't beat him!
In 2nd place, not quite 1st place, definitely not 3rd place, we have Warrior Chris. Not only, much like Excella, does he have his boobies out, he also has the best shotgun in the entire game. He has a semi-auto sniper and a solid handgun. So, I mean, how could he not be a number 2? He's just fun to play as. He's a great shotgun, and you get the Chris experience without the horrible loadout of all of the other Chris's. He's just the most superior Chris in Mercenaries, and that is saying a lot because there's a lot of Chris's in Mercenaries. So yeah, Warrior Chris takes a solid number 2, and completely unrelated, he ranks number 2 on the list. In 1st place, by a wide margin, you have Tribal Sheva, because not only does she come with a grenade launcher, she comes with extra flash grenades, so she can flash you at any time, not like that, and she has a bow and arrow. Bow and arrow is so fun to use. If you're on PC, It's even easier to use because you have the aimbot reticle. What piece of shit? And like I said, she has a grenade launcher, and it's loaded with nitrogen rounds. If you didn't know, nitrogen rounds are OP because they freeze almost any enemy. You can combo them into oblivion. What is the main point of mercenaries? Comboing people. Wow, it's perfect. And she also comes with incendiary grenades and first aid spray. You're set. You're set for that. The fact that her melee moves are just kind of don't even matter because you can just freeze people.
The freaking traits!
You can poke
I tell
them
you.
with a pencil, they would still die. So I mean, I think Shepard takes the #1 spot from starting with nitrogen rounds alone. It's the top spot. She also has flash grenades, also has the epic bow and arrow that was
I gotta kill him again.
She's just a ton of fun to use, and I've said ton of fun to use too many times in the first place spot, which I think means that I'm done talking about this. Yeah, I hope you liked the video. If you didn't like it, feel free to let me know in the comments and drop a dislike. If you liked the video, drop a like or else. Feel free to comment your list in the comments, or if you just want to leave like a 3-paragraph MLA format essay in the comments.
I can't go like actually the stages. I don't really care about the stages. Next one. What's this? Story chapters.
How's it going, my evil residents? Today we're going to tediously, meticulously, somewhat boringly go through all of the chapters in Resident Evil 5, and we're going to rank them worst to best based on how much worst to best they are. This is going to be a subjective list. Yeah, that's it. It's going to be a subjective list. There's not really a way to objectively rank these, except for a couple that I think are objectively horrible levels that I will talk about. But it will be mostly subjective. And that's pretty much going to do it for the explanation of how this listicles. Yeah, let's get right into it.
I just woke up in a fucking steaming mood, yeah? Because I live in a shithole!
Last place, 16th place by a wide margin, not even close. There could be 500 levels in this game. This level would still be the fucking bottom. It's the Savannah level. You know why it's the Savannah level? What do you think of when you think of Resident Evil? Now, whether you think of ripping, edge of your seat action, whether you think of nail-biting survival horror, whether you think of Chris riding one of those things that's out in front of grocery stores, whether you think of Leon being a little gay, this level has none of that. Not a thing. It's an on-rails turret thing. The best thing you have is the silly driver guy saying, "We're going around a tight turret, hang on!"
Got some sharp curves up ahead. Hold on tight. It's gonna get bumpy. Hang on. That one makes you the pain. That's gonna affect me so bad. Got some sharp curves up ahead. Hold on tight. Into the river.
And that cares. And then you get the worst El Gigante fight of all time. I know his name's not El Gigante. Correct me in the comments. I'm banning you from my comments. He's basically El Gigante. He's El Gigante, but from Dollar Tree. Okay? I don't care what his actual name is. He sucks to fight. He's boring to fight. And if they remake this game, just cut this level. Get rid of it. Yes, I'm Capcom. I'm telling you to cut content. Please remove this content from me. Nobody wants it. Nobody likes it. When I replay this game, every time I get to this level, I turn off the game. I stop playing it for like 2 days, and then I restart playing the story mode when I no longer feel like hating this level. That is how bad this level is. It stops me from playing the game. It's the only level where I will boot it up and go, "Oh my god," and turn the game off. That's how bad it is. So it goes to number 16. No, you know what? I'm adding an extra blank spot. This list now has 17 spots. This one goes to 17. 16 is blank. And now we're going to move on to number 15.
I just woke up in a fucking steaming mood, yeah? I just woke up in a fucking steaming mood, yeah?
You, me, gas station. What are we getting for dinner? Sushi, of course.
All right, moving on from that horrible experience. Sorry, I blacked out for a second. Don't know what I said. In 15th place, we have Experimental Facility. The amount of pain it causes me when you walk into this hallway and you just see these machine gun Majini, that alone puts this at number 15. Because I hate fighting just regular soldiers in Resident Evil. I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion or not. In fact, I know it's not. But I know one of you is going to be like, actually, the Majini being smart is actually very integral to the lore. I don't care. It's stupid. And they're not fun to fight. They're actively unfun to fight. So that's why I yearn for this level to be over. It doesn't have the interesting level design of the later levels to offset the machine gun guys sucking. So it goes to number 15.
Plentiful and newly discovered oil reserve.
Oil? For 14th place, we have a significant bump in quality from the last, at least in my opinion. We have the oil field - drilling facilities. I will say that it's like the worst name for a level. Just pick one. Like, the hell. This is a sort of on a boat rail section that is very short, and then you fight a kind of shitty boss. So, the game does that again later, and it's better. Not much better, but it is better. So this is just kind of redundant. It's gray and bland and boring, and by this time the swamp area has overstayed its welcome, and you just kind of want to move on to the caves level and get a bunch of gold. So, yeah, it's just boring, and it feels like filler, despite the fact that it has a key character boss fight, which I think says a lot about this game's plot. So, it goes to number 14.
I am not doing any hoeing.
I don't even know what hoeing is.
Yeah, well, hoeing anyway, you don't need a hoe. There's only one.
All right, in 13th place, we have the
Underground
Underground Garden, Chapter 5-1. This level, honestly, I just think it sucks, but I give it points for what it tries to do. It has a very unique boss fight in the form of the spider guy at the end, and it tries to be scary at the beginning with the liquor room with all the slashes and dashes and blood and guts all over the wall. It doesn't work at all. It's not scary in the slightest, but hey, they tried. I give them points. I give them like 5 points. 5 arbitrary cool points for trying to be actually scary. That's pretty much it. It's barely better than Experimental Facility, to be completely honest with you. It's just that it doesn't have as many gun bits you need, and it has a decent boss, and it tries to be a little spooky. So, yeah, it goes to number 13. In 12th place, we have Worship Area, otherwise known as the area where you just get beamed by the sun because you have the attention span of a peanut. This level's okay. It's kind of just that main first area, and then some puzzles, and it's okay. I mean, it's fine. It pales in comparison to the level before it. It is not even close to it. At least I think so. And that's the main reason it's kind of lame. It's because the level before it was so good, and then this one is just which makes it feel worse in comparison because they're right back to back. So this one goes number 12 because I feel like it.
I like singing. I like dancing.
I like trains.
In 11th place, we have Train Station. I like the beginning of this mission, and I like the final boss. Everything else, oh. The mines area is a decent idea, made horrible by the fact that Sheba's AI is the worst. And if you're playing in co-op, your friend with the flashlight, he's gonna troll you, okay? If you give your friend the flashlight, he's gonna troll you. And if your friend gives you the flashlight, you're gonna troll him. That's just how it works. And yeah, it's funny, but it's also not fun, if that makes sense. Like, it's one of those things that, yeah, we do a little trolling, but also it's genuinely frustrating and you consider not playing the game with your friend anymore. It's one of those things where it doesn't work with the AI, it doesn't work well in co-op, and then you have the, like, mines area, which is in, and then you have the outside Breaking Bad Mexico filter fucking desert area that is just so, it's too long. And it has too many ganky spots with enemies that if you don't coordinate properly are really annoying. And especially in our first playthrough are really freaking annoying because they spawn like TNT guys behind you with no warning and then you just get blown up. It's really freaking annoying. It gets number 11 despite the fact that it has some really shitty areas. It's overall an okay mission.
See the line where the sky meets the sea. It calls me.
In 10th place we have Main Deck. This one gets so low because it's barely a level. It's basically a boss fight. You do some QTEs, run in a hallway, kill like 5 enemies, boss fight. Boss fight's cool, but that's all it's got. Like, it's a cool boss fight. It's not like a great boss fight. It's not bad. It's not even okay. It's cool. It's good. It's okay. It's not okay. I just said it's not okay. It's cool and it's good. I give it like a 7 or 8 out of 10. But that's all it has. It doesn't have any other cool gameplay stuff in it. It just has that quick time event section. It has the funny cutscene where Stella dies, which is, I always find that cutscene funny, and I don't know what that says about me. But yeah, I mean, it cracks the top 10, so it's not doing too bad, but it's not doing anything too special either.
暁は集った
In 9th place, we have Public Assembly, which is the second level in the game, where Chris tries to save that blonde lady, and he doesn't, and it's a very, vanilla way to reestablish his arc of not being able to save anybody, because this game is well written. Yeah, overall, this level's fun. I would say it's just a little bit dry after how bombastic the first level is at the end. I understand why it's like that, because it's supposed to be like, okay, a little chillax, try to be quick moment after the super dramatic opening level, but it doesn't work very well. It just kind of serves to make it feel a little boring, at least I think so. And the final boss is really fun. That's honestly the main reason it's so high. If it didn't have the really cool Ouroboros iconic final boss, it would probably be close to like 13 or 14, but I really like that boss, so it goes here.
All your trailer news from the Big Tex trailers right here on Beach Boulevard in Anaheim. Good.
In 8th place, we have Storage Facility. This level I feel like is a little bit slept on because you have the cool container section, you have the high bridge section, you get introduced to the flying guys, and there's that cool
Oh my
market
gosh.
section that you fight through with the helicopter support.
Dude,
It's
that's
just
some
a really
crazy
fucking
stuff
awesome
right
mission,
there.
and that's pretty much it. I just think it's a fun mission, and I think it executes the gameplay flow of Resident Evil 5 really well. There's lots of good co-op moments to work with, and it's just fun. It's just a fun mission. It doesn't do anything spectacular. Like, it's not the best mission, but it's a solid mission. And I feel like when they are restructuring this game for a remake, when they do a remake, they should really take a closer look at this level, because I think this level just gets the gameplay flow most correct out of any of the levels, but it doesn't have like a super standout moment that makes the level like really iconic. So it goes number 8.
Take a seat by the fire and relax for a minute. Eggs are
In 7th place, we have the first level, Civilian Checkpoint. The first half is the walking section. The last half, where it's the holdout section, is just so good. Unpopular opinion, the holdout section of Resident Evil 5 is better than the one in Resident Evil 4 because it's actually hard. Yeah, I said it. Yeah, throw your tomatoes, throw your freaking peanuts at me. I don't give a damn. This one's more fun because it's more stressful, because it's more difficult. At least I think so. Okay, you have less ammo to work with on enemies that are more aggressive and tougher. And yeah, you have your co-op AI, but it sucks. And if you're playing with a friend on your first playthrough, you both have never played this before, you don't really know how to combo moves, you're panicking, you're freaking out. And I think it's fun to like freak out and stress about how to deal with all the material with your friend. And you don't know if it's timed, if you have to kill a certain amount of enemies. And then the executioner guy shows up and he breaks down the fence and he slaps your friend, and your friend starts screaming into the microphone and deep frying your ears, and you're like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. And you're trying to revive him, and then you both die. That's classic. That's classic Resident Evil 5. And you know, this level just does a great job of introducing it, and I think it's iconic. And it also gave birth to my favorite freaking mercenary stage. So despite the fact that I ranked it number 4 on my list, go watch that video. And it's just great. It's just great.
The sky needs to see. It calls me.
In 6th place, we have Ship Deck, not to be confused with Main Deck, completely different level. Also not to be confused with Bridge Deck. They got a little lazy towards the end of this game with the level names, but we ball, I guess. Ship Deck is cool because I think it takes the co-op mechanics to their most extreme with literally just trapping you in one section and having the other person have to come and save you while you hold off all the enemies to make their job easier when they come and save you. The person saving you, that person's job, the difficulty of that completely depends on how not stupid the person trapped in the crate is. So naturally, if you're playing this by yourself, you're gonna have bad time because the AI sucks. Unless you give Sheva/Chris a sniper, then it's okay. But yeah, it's just a fun level, and I think it really works well with the co-op mechanics. And it's a cool setting. Like the top of a boat gives Revelations 1 vibes. It's really fun. It's really cool, and it's just a good level. In the same way that Storage Facility is, it just does the gameplay loop right.
You turned in a random assemblage of
I
sentences.
don't have a chainsaw.
In fact, the sentences.
In 5th place, we have Ouroboros Research Facility, which is certainly a level. I'm just kidding. This has the Wesker fight in it. Of course it gets top. It's iconic and awesome. That's the Wesker fight, baby. And it has that liquor section where you have to have your friend go around the whole area and you have to shoot out the liquors like it's
I think
fucking Duck
that
Hunt or
Soul
something.
Cube
It's
went for
really
the
fun.
wrong enemy.
It's like oddly fun. And I've recently replayed this game with a friend, and he was the one that went up there. He was just terrified the whole time, despite the fact that I was like, I can shoot down the liquors. It's okay. You barely have to interact with the liquors. And then as he's pushing the crate, he's like, I'm gonna die. This is terrifying. I'm gonna freaking die. Sometimes I forget how terrifying this game can be if you don't play it 24/7. Like most people watching Resident Evil 5 content in the year of our Lord 2024 do. But just that fear factor of Wesker kicking your ass, the liquors. I just think it's all executed very well here, unlike that other liquor room in the other chapter we talked about. This one is a lot more fun, and it's iconic, and you get the hilarious Magnum in a sarcophagus. What's a Magnum doing in a sarcophagus? I don't know. I feel like that implies Wesker put it there, and I always find that silly, and I have to bring it up every time I talk about this boss fight, so I'm bringing it up here now. It's obligatory. I have to do it. I can't not bring it up. I have to.
Who's that? Who's that?
Fourth place, we have Execution Ground. This is another one that I think just executes the gameplay flow really well. It has the cool oil drilling section. It has that intro part with the alligator. And then it has that village section where you have to press the button or There's the chance that your friend can get trapped if they try to be greedy and steal the Magnum. Alternatively, if you're playing this with a guinea pig, aka a friend who's never played this before, you can tell them to go get the Magnum, saying, hey, there's a Magnum over there, you should grab it. And then they get trapped, and then you laugh at them. And I think that's really funny, and they should add more stuff like that when/if they remake this game, because it's funny. And I just think it's a really solid level. It executes really well on the gameplay flow of the game. I know I've said that multiple times before, but some of these levels just do not do that. So I think it's really key to kind of point out when that happens, especially when it's the fourth one on the list. So yeah, just a really great level.
I was able to build this in a cave with a bunch of scrap.
In third place, we have the Uncharted 2 level. We have the caves. This level is awesome, aside from the little freaking annoying spiders. I hate them. But otherwise, you get a ton of treasure in this level. There's tons of cool encounters. There's lots of like really interesting, like there's the person crossing the bridge, and then you have to meet up in the middle and continue. There's the part with the giant spiky flaming balls. There's the tunnel of the falling totems that you have to destroy your X button to survive. And it ends off with a freaking awesome boss fight in a whole giant plus-shaped room that's a giant puzzle. It's just awesome. And you get the grenade launcher on this level. It should be number 1 for that. I'm putting it at number 3, so I'm not that crazy about the grenade launcher. But you get the grenade launcher on this level, okay? I mean, it can't go below top 5 and give you the grenade launcher. So it gets an easy number 3. That's it. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. This level is just awesome.
The line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me.
In second place, we have the last level of the game, Bridge Deck, a stupid, boring name for the climactic boss fight of the entire game. You start this out on the boat, going through all of the bulkheads to get to Wesker's area. Side note, I don't understand the layout of this boat at all. Where is he keeping this jet? I don't know. Then you get the epic fight with Wesker, where you exploit his cool factor and just abuse the fact that he has sunglasses to inject him with his penicillin or whatever the fuck it is. And then you get the epic volcano boss fight where Chris punches a boulder, and it's just incredible. Boss fight's a little easy, but it's fun and it's awesome. And it's fighting Wesker in a volcano. Like, what more do you want? It's awesome. It's pinnacle Resident Evil 5. It is the peak cheese. You don't get cheesier than this. Even in Resident Evil 6, I don't think anything quite tops the level of cheese of Christopher Redfield right-hooking a boulder in an active volcano to save his partner that he met 4 days ago from his arch nemesis who trained him to be the man he is right now, but also turned to the dark side. Like that's primo cheese. That's top shelf, aged to perfection cheese, and it's all in this level, so it gets number 2. In first place, not even close, best level in the game, it's the Marshlands level. Semi-open world? Why aren't modern gamers talking about this all the time? That's all the fuck they talk about. This is basically what the lake section of Resident Evil 4 Remake is, and people love that level, so this is the same thing. So obviously, it's fucking awesome. I mean, you got some side quests, you got some Easter eggs, you got a secret RPG hidden on a boat. That's so cool. And then each of the distinct areas has its own challenge. You got the alligator section, you got the guys throwing spears at you in the long, like, spinning area, and then you have the which hut is the totem in? It's always on the one on the left. Always. Unless it's not. Do you remember? Do you? I don't think you do. If you do remember, let me know in the comments. But I'm gonna gaslight you until you change your mind. So maybe don't comment that. Maybe comment something else. Yeah, this level is just awesome from beginning to end. I love it. When I replay this thing, this is the level I look forward to the most. And it honestly is the only thing that keeps me going after struggling through the Savannah level, is knowing the Marshlands is next. That's how cool this level is. And also, ramming the speedboat into the dock at full speed and then pressing the X button to watch the cutscene of them calmly getting off the boat is so fucking funny. It will never not be funny. So, it gets number 1. It's number 1 for that alone. That is going to do it for this video. If you liked it, feel free to drop a like. If you disliked it, feel free to dislike it. I don't mind. But do let me know in the comments why you disliked it. If you didn't dislike it.
Boy.
When I wake up.
Hello. my evil residents. Today I'm going to rank all of the weapons in Resident Evil 7 because I'm currently going for all the achievements in this game, and I formed strong opinions on most of the weapons along the way.
The second place
Now,
would
for the
be,
criteria, we're not just going for straight which one does the most
Albert.
damage, because obviously
Oh,
either the Magnum or probably one of the shotguns would win, or like the Albert. But what we're going for is overall utility and usefulness. Sometimes that might be it does big damage and that's useful, because it is. Sometimes it might be it gets rid of bugs a lot, so it's very useful. So we're doing overall usefulness, we're not ranking damage. If a high damage weapon is low on the list because you only get 5 ammo for it in the whole game, it is what it is. Deal with it. Leave it an angry comment. I don't care. I won't waste any more of your time, so we're gonna rank all 12 of the weapons in this game. We're not counting any of the like laser guns from the Jack's 55th birthday thing. We're not counting the crowbar from that either. We're just doing the weapons from the base game. Also, the axe from the beginning section won't be on here because I have nothing to directly compare it with. So yeah, let's get on with it.
A fucking pocket knife? What am I gonna do with a knife?
Coming in at number 13, we have the knife,
Dude,
which
please
takes
tell
a
me the
whopping
circular
24
assault is
light
gonna be high
hits
on
and
this.
9 heavy hits on Madhouse difficulty to kill a molded. And honestly, that is less hits than I expected, but it's still not good. The molded will probably still kill you unless you're really good at dodging hits. If you're stuck with just the knife to do damage, just restart checkpoint. There is no reason you should be using this. It is the worst weapon in the game by far. It's basically only good for hitting boxes and hitting Mr. Everywheres. And if you have another melee weapon, it completely outclasses it totally. You do not need this except for your first run through. It's just not good. You don't need the knife. And then if you're playing Madhouse difficulty, I understand bringing the knife if you don't have the circular saw yet to break boxes because ammo's scarce, but ammo is common enough on all the other difficulties that you can just shoot the boxes, honestly. So you don't, the knife sucks, okay? You don't need the knife very much. At number 12, we have the MPM, which is the handgun you get on Mia's horrible boat section. The MPM is exactly the same as the M19, except you get it later, and you probably already have the M19, and you already have another handgun. So you don't really need this. It doesn't do that much more damage than the default handgun, the G17. The only time you have it in the game is when you don't need a handgun, because you have the machine gun and you have the remote bombs, both of which are better than this, seeing as they're higher on the list, because this is the second to last on the list, and I haven't said either of those yet. You don't need this thing at all, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you're thinking about the bombs in the last section, you can use the burner, or you have another handgun, or 2 other handguns, maybe even 3 other handguns. Maybe you're an epic handgun collector, and you're cool. I don't know. You don't need this thing.
You're a son of a bitch! Oh, I can't believe it, you son of a bitch!
And at number 11 is its clone, the M19. This makes me sad, makes me want to cry and throw up, because I love the M1911 in every game, but it's bad in this game. It has the same problems as the MPM, just slightly less so. You can get it immediately your first time out of the mansion with the repair kit. It's the broken handgun on the bed, but the repair kit is much better used on a weapon that is much higher on this list. So it's kind of a waste, and then by the time you get repair it with the other repair kit you get from the Lucas section, you don't really need a handgun, because you've destroyed all the bombs already with your other handgun, and then there's just the bombs in the later section in the mines, which you can use the other handgun for. You don't need it. You don't need this. It's slightly more useful than the MPM, and it looks cooler than the MPM. At number 10 is the machine gun. This thing, oh god. This thing has more recoil than most miniguns do in most every game. This thing is insane. It kicks like a mule. You fire, just look at the gameplay. Just look how high it goes after I fired like 10 shots. It's insane. You have to manage the recoil so much, where basically, if you're not hugging the molded, you will not hit them. It's such a pain in the ass to use. But it does decent damage, and it does decent stun, which on the boat section is pretty much all you need, because it's just a thin hallway. You just shoot them, you walk past them, you're done. You don't really need to kill too many of the molded on the boat section. And then in the section after, it's also narrow, and you also use it for the same thing, but you have all your other weapons, so you don't really need it as much, and it's not useful in any of the sections before. The only boss fight it's actually useful for is the last boss fight, because it's the easiest to do damage to Evelyn's weird mold face with, and the duo of Fat Molded before you leave the mines. Those are the only times it's useful, and even then you have lots of other high damage weapons. You don't really need this.
You need to tell me what you're doing out here alone in the middle of the night. Answer my question.
At number 9, we have the G17, which is the handgun you get from the police officer after he gets shoveled by Shovel Knight. You pick it up off the garage floor, you use it in that boss fight, you use it to get through the mansion until you can get the shotgun. And honestly, it's a pretty good handgun. It does 8 shots to kill, 2 with enhanced ammo. I forgot to say for the other 2, the M19 and the MPM, those take 6 shots to kill with 2 for enhanced ammo. So the other 2 are marginally better than this one, which is another reason they're so low, because it's barely any difference. But anyway, the G17 is still good, as long as you land your headshots, and you can stun the molded with it pretty well. On lower difficulties, it does enough damage to get you by on its own, and on Madhouse, you just don't really need it, except to like destroy boxes, destroy bombs, and maybe stun a zombie if you're really, really like stressed for some reason. Because it's the only handgun that you need, it gets a higher ranking. The other ones are better, but you do not need it.
Whoa!
Number 8, surprisingly,
That was a
is the
huge
grenade launcher.
ambush.
Now, one reason this is so low on the list is because ammo for this thing is scarce unless you craft it. And if you're crafting it, honestly, don't craft the neuro rounds. They're not that great. Just craft the fire rounds. I know the neuro rounds seem like they're really cool. They're basically the same thing. If you're waiting around for the neuro round to kill the molded, just fire 2 flame ones. It doesn't matter that much. You can get this 2 ways. You can get it before the mine section at the end of the game, or you can unlock it early with the crow key that's used in the in Marguerite's area. You can backtrack to the mansion to get it early. It is good for Jack's boss fight because it instantly destroys his eyes. That's why it's about in the middle, because that's its best use is for that boss fight. That boss fight is such a pain in the ass. This makes it a lot easier. So save your grenades for that. And then it's good on Fat Molded because it stuns them. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's all this. You with me, man? Time to grow up.
At number 7, we have the M37. This is a shotgun. This is the shotgun that's sitting on the bust that you have to replace with either the broken shotgun or the toy shotgun. It's good. It 1 hits to the head, as a Resident Evil shotgun should. The problems with it: slow reload, slow rate of fire, and another big con of this weapon, right after you can get this shotgun, you can get the other better shotgun. So you instantly, immediately do not need it. If you just play for like 5 more minutes after you can get this shotgun, you will get the other better shotgun, so there's no point picking it up.
Beacon City will be purified by flame.
Number 6 is the burner. The burner has shit damage. It takes 1/3 of the mag to kill a molded. But it is good in literally every other scenario, except bosses. This is the ultimate utility weapon in the game, especially for Marguerite section. It kills the flies really easy. It kills the bugs on the containers really easily. It kills the pods.
Okay.
It destroys bombs. It destroys boxes. It's really good, and it takes up the same amount of space as carrying a handgun and a knife. It doesn't take super long to kill a molded with it, but it does take a while. If you're not landing your shots with the handgun very well, you may as well just equip the burner. It's going to take you the same amount of time to kill a zombie. Not a zombie, it's a molded, because Resident Evil doesn't have zombies in this game for some reason. But anyway, the burner is very useful for everything except bosses. And even then, on the Marguerite boss fight, it's good to stun her and make her run away. So, the burner gets pretty high spot.
You gonna shoot me in front of everybody? Come on.
At number 5, this weapon,
Really careful.
I just have to say really quick, is the ugliest Magnum in any Resident Evil game. It's not a competition. This thing just looks so weird. It just bothers me. And then it has this weird, like, dirty sheen on it, so you can't even enjoy how shiny the weapon is. It's just annoying. But anyway, 44 Magnum is the highest damaging single shot thing in the game because it's a Resident Evil Magnum. That is what it does. Unfortunately, the only time it's really useful is for Fat Molded, Marguerite, and that's pretty much it. Because trying to hit Jack's eyeballs with this is a huge pain in the ass. You don't want to be doing that. That's a waste of your Magnum ammo. You're probably going to miss a lot, so you might as well save it for later. It ranks this high because it does make super quick work of Marguerite. It does make super quick work of any Fat Molded. But you don't really need it outside of that, and there's barely any ammo for this in the game. So, I don't recommend this one super much. And if you have a pistol with enhanced handgun ammo, it's just going to be a Diet Magnum with more ammo. So I'd rather have any of the handguns, honestly, with enhanced ammo than a Magnum any day of the week. It takes up the same amount of spots in your inventory anyways, so At number 4 is the Albert O1R. This takes 3 shots to kill, 1 shot with enhanced handgun ammo. This thing is the real Magnum in Resident Evil 7. This thing is awesome. This is gonna carry you through Madhouse if you don't have another weapon that's higher on this list. It's really, really good overall. It looks awesome. It looks badass. The sound it makes is a little weird, but I can live with that. That's just like nitpicking. Yeah, this weapon is useful for basically everything in the game. You can do boss damage with it. You can do utility with it. Because it's handgun ammo, ammo is so common, you can just use it for whatever you want, and you're fine. If you need to use it for trivial things, you still have all your ammo for other stuff for boss damage. You don't need to be stressing. If you have the Albert, you're good. Yeah, the Albert's awesome.
I hate this game!
At number 3, we have the remote bomb. Now, I'm aware that you get this very late in the game, and that does cut it some of its usefulness, which is why it's not higher. That is the only reason it's not higher on the list. The remote bombs are awesome. If you haven't figured out that you can just place them like a meter in front of you and then detonate them immediately to stun any molded that are standing in front of you, you can breeze through Mia's section, or you can breeze through the mines. If you're thrifty, you can breeze through both sections. It's just, please use the remote bombs. Next time you go through Mia's section or the mines, oh my gosh, you will not regret it.
The M14 and Olympia gangs are back!
At number 2, we have the M21, which is the Olympia from COD Zombies. This thing is also a one-hit kill, and it holds less ammo. So you're wondering, why is it so much higher? This thing shoots so fast, and it reloads so fast. You can melt bosses with this. This weapon is my go-to when I'm doing the Jack boss fight. It is freaking awesome. You don't need anything else for that boss fight. If you have this and like 30 to 40 shells, you're good. You're golden. It melts every molded. The other shotgun can't one-shot the molded with the weird arm knife thing. This one can, and for that, it can one-tap any enemy in the game that's not a boss. So it's just amazing. You can just truck through pretty much anywhere with this thing. It's just like reload. It's incredible.
I love that shotgun.
At number 1, if you have played Madhouse with this thing, you saw it coming. You saw it coming because it's a circular.
I love that.
This thing melts through every single enemy in this game. It melts through almost every boss in this game. You can solo this game with the circular saw besides Jack, Giant Mold Jack, and the final Evelyn space battle. You can melt through the entire rest of the game with this. You can destroy the bug pods with this. You can destroy the flying bugs with this. You can destroy the bugs on the walls with this. The crawling molded are no threat. Just do the heavy attack with this, and they jump at you and they die. They can't touch you. The big molded, you just do the heavy attack on their head, they die almost instantly. Or they get stunned, so they can't do anything to you. You have the keep away tool, the light hit that stuns multiple molded. It's incredible. If you haven't used the circular saw, or you see it and you're like, oh, this thing looks weird, why would I use this? No, use it. It puts the game on very easy mode. It puts the game on toddler mode. It is the number 1 weapon in this game. I will die in this hill. Alright, so that's all of the Resident Evil 7 weapons ranked. Please leave a like and subscribe if you like the list. Please subscribe and leave a like if you did not like the list. And also leave a comment if you have a very strong opinion about why I'm wrong, because that would be hilarious. And the more aggressive, the better. Please, thank you. Have a good one, and I will see you in the next evil residence that I visit.
And now you even try to steal my property! Damn!
How long is this? 26 minutes? Oh. You know what? Last video. And I think I'm done. Actually, I want to go check my little breakfast thing. If I ain't finished,
How's it going?
there's no way I'm
My
finished.
evil
No.
residents. Today
I would
we're
like
gonna
to
rank all the
finish with this
weapons
level.
in Resident Evil Village because this specific person has been asking me non-stop to do it, and I will be honest, straightforward. It's taken me a while to test these weapons because this is my least played Resident Evil game by far. Only played this game twice. Well, now I've played it 5 times, 4.5 times for this video. One, to get all the weapons, 2, to test them, and yeah. So I just want to put that out there that this is probably the Resident Evil game I have the least experience with. So I did go to look more at the specific stats of the weapons than I normally would. So I did pull together all of the DPS, the power, the fire rate, and stuff like that for these weapons. There was a post on the Resident Evil Reddit that helped me with this a lot. I will link it down below. Go give it up better, whatever Redditors do. And yeah, I'm going to rank the weapons worst to best with some of my personal opinion and preference injected in there. So I won't waste any more of your time. Let's get right into it.
Okay? You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. Okay.
Coming up in last place, not only does this weapon cost money, it also is shit. What's with Capcom charging money for samurai edges and then making them not very good? What's up with that, Capcom? You did it in RE2 remake. You're doing it here too. The Samurai Edge AW Model 01 is just bad. Okay? It's once you upgrade the Lemmy once in each category, the Lemmy's already better than this gun. It's basically only good for up until you get to the merchant, and even then, you get this weapon from the merchant, so it's still ass. So you don't need this, and it costs real money to get it. And infinite ammo doesn't work on it. So all around, it's just garbage. I don't recommend it. Yeah, it looks awesome, but don't waste your money on this. Don't do it. Just save your money, please.
And let me see what you have.
Looks like the Albert gun from Resident Evil 7.
Coming up in number 18, we have the normal knife. Now, I would say this knife is worse than the Resident Evil 7 default knife because there's like a cooldown on how much you can swing it in one go. He swings it twice, decides he's tired, he swings it 2 more times. Despite the fact that he has combat training in this game, you'd think he could swing his knife more, if anything, but I guess not. It's a knife. There's other melee weapons that are better in this game, but it's a trusted knife. It's a good knife. It's just not very good at taking out enemies because it's the starting.
Why are the Hunters boys with Lemmy? Lemmy's cool.
At number 17, we have the starting pistol. Frankly, this thing sucks. This is my least favorite starting pistol of any Resident Evil game. It's not close. I hate this thing. While it's objectively better than literally a knife, I still hate this weapon. Like, if I were to rank all the starting pistols for Resident Evil games, this one will probably be at the bottom, just because I dislike it that much. It's not satisfying to use. It feels like a pea shooter. When you fully upgrade it, it doesn't get anything that's like really good. So it's just it's bad. It's not good, and it doesn't even look that much. So it goes to number 17.
What am I gonna do without my shotgun? Shotgun, dude!
At number 16, we have the M1897. This is the shotgun that you get with all the fancy etching on it. And while it looks really awesome, I love this shotgun. I think it looks awesome. Statistically, this thing sucks. It only does 600 DPS, it does 800 damage, and it fires less than 1 time a second. So it's just really slow. It doesn't hold that much ammo. It takes forever to reload. But this game in general just has a bad problem of whatever weapon you get later in the game is just better. For the most part. Some of the bonus weapons are just either broken or shipped, which we will get to later when we start to talk about them. But it's just not worth upgrading too much because you get the other shotgun later that's better. So this thing's okay. It gets you by until you get the other one. And, yeah, the best thing about it is that it looks awesome. At number 15, low on the list again. Why? We have the M1911. Much like RE7, this is really fun to use. but I would argue the RE7 version is actually better. This one does not have super great DPS, despite the fact that it fires really, really fast. It's a little bit better than the Levy, and I honestly, I could see
Actually, I don't like
going up a
realism in
spot
this
or
game.
two if you really like pistols in this game, you really like the fast rate of fire that it has, but it's just outclassed by every other weapon in the game, honestly. This actually does more DPS than the shotgun we just talked about, and it literally does double the damage of the Lemmy, so it's really good, but a lot of the other weapons in this game are just honestly broken, so it ends up at number 15.
Oh, damn.
At number 14, we have the rocket pistol. Now, I bet you're thinking, why is the rocket pistol higher? It's literally a rocket pistol. One, it's a pain in the fucking ass to unlock. Two, it is the worst, final unlock weapon in the history of Resident Evil. It does 500 damage. Not even. It does 450 damage. That's as much damage per second as the Lemmy, the weapon that I ranked third to last. The only reason it goes higher than the Lemmy is because it's good at stunning enemies. So if you're trying to speedrun the game, use this. But it's a pain in the ass to unlock this thing. And then you get it, and you think, oh, a rocket pistol. This is gonna be fucking awesome. And it sounds like those New Year's poppers that you throw on the ground. It's so disappointing. It shoots bottle rockets. Not even bottle rockets. Bottle rockets are more awesome. Instead of spending the time to unlock this, go in real life, buy a 2-liter soda, and build a real bottle rocket. You will get much more happiness out of that bottle rocket than you will out of this. It's just, don't waste your time. This thing is just, I can't rank it lower because its use for speedrunning the game is, it can't be ignored, but it just pisses me off so bad that this thing is not better for how much of a pain in the ass it is to unlock. So it goes at number 14. At number 13, we have the F2 Sniper. I do love how this weapon looks and how it feels. It's very fun to just quick scope all the Lycans, just running through like it's a Modern Warfare 2 lobby, just quick scoping all these bitches. But frankly, for a sniper, it just doesn't do as much damage as it needs to keep up with other weapons. And there's another weapon on the list that uses sniper ammo that you're better off just saving your sniper ammo to use if you're playing through the game a second time. But on your first playthrough, this is a reliable weapon to keep with you. Again, it just doesn't do enough damage to keep up with all the other broke-ass weapons. There's a lot of broken weapons in this game. So, yeah, the F2 lands at number 13.
Seriously?
It's really fun, especially with the high-power skill. It just doesn't do as much damage to keep up, especially on a lot of higher difficulties that you're going to be playing. So, it goes here. At number 12, we have the Karambit.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
At number 12, we have the Karambit knife. Now, you want to do your Mortal Kombat 1 smoke impression? Yeah, this is what you want to use. It's really fun, frankly, to use this weapon. I was surprised when I was going through the game melee only, how much fun I actually had using the Karambit knife. I was like, damn, this is fun. I still would say Resident Evil 1 knife only was more fun than Resident Evil 8 knife only. But, oh man, it was really fun. I enjoyed playing through the game with just this one. It's actually pretty good. I wouldn't recommend it above standard difficulty, no way. But if you're just playing on, whatever, I think it's called amateur or standard, you're gonna have a good time with this weapon, honestly. You're chilling. It's a really good, reliable melee weapon. And once you unlock this, there's really no use for the other knife. But you can't get rid of the other knife, to my knowledge, so it's just gonna be burning a hole in your inventory if you're also carrying the Karambit knife. Yeah, I like this weapon. It goes about in the middle, and don't have much more to say about it. It's fun. It's good. That's it.
Like a melody in my head that I can't keep on, got me singing.
At number 11, we have the W870 TAC. Oh my god. When I first got this weapon, I was like, oh, so this is going to be the faster firing medium damage shotgun, right? That's when I first played this game, I'm like, oh, that's what this is. It's the tactical shotgun. So it's going to be a little quicker, a little easier to use. No, it's just as fucking slow as the other one. It just does more damage. That's it. This weapon is virtually the same as the M1897. Just reloads a little bit faster, and it does more damage. That's it. Do you know how disappointed I was? That's my main problem with this game, is the weapons just aren't interesting through, your first playthrough of the game. Yeah, they look interesting. Yeah, they look, but like practically, they don't do anything different than the previous one you got. They're just a stat up, at least most of them. And then you're so used to like your middle game weapons because you have them for so long that when you finally are able to get the end game weapons, you don't have any fucking money to get more than like one of them. So it's just it's a waste of time to upgrade them, but also you need to upgrade them on your first playthrough to not have a painful experience. So it's just not a satisfying weapon loop, and I think this weapon is most emblematic of that. Also the one above it. But this weapon is most emblematic of how unsatisfying the weapon. Who's messaging me on Discord right now? Who is messaging me on Discord? This is emblematic of the problems with the weapon progression in this game. It
Splash
wants to
damage
do
is
the
so
Resident Evil
big
4
on that
like weapon
freaking
upgrade thing, but it doesn't have exclusives, and the weapons don't have different pros and cons like Resident Evil 4 that make it fun and make it interesting to mix up what weapons you use. A lot of people like a lot of different weapons in Resident Evil 4, but in this game, it's just straight up, so it's really boring. And I know I'm going on a whole tangent and not really talking about this specific gun anymore, but I just don't have much to say about it. It's the other shotgun but better. That's it. And you're going to be playing most of the game with this shotgun for your first playthrough. And it's reliable, it does decent damage on the lower difficulty, so it goes here.
Get over here! Get over here! Get over here! Get over here!
I would put this higher, except for the fact that it costs so much fucking money to upgrade. Oh my god. Then there's another pistol on this list that you can get from the bonus shop that is way cheaper, is better, and you don't have to upgrade it at all. So it's like, what's the point of this? I'd call this, honestly, I'd call this weapon a noob trap. It's like, oh, whoa, look at this. It's a smoking in the shop at the factory. Oh, that's so cool. I love this. Other games, it's like a high fire rate SMG. That's so cool. It's going to be like using, it's like a machine pistol. No, it's not. It's just a pistol. It's about the same fire rate as the next one. It just does more damage and has a higher magazine. So, like, it's good, obviously. It's really expensive. You're better off just using your money on other things or saving your money for your next playthrough when you get bumped.
You look like Mr. Myers from The Lost Mission.
I can't rank it any higher because
You have a health station right there? Oh,
in context with all the other
I guess you gotta use it
so
too,
it's
huh?
time to upgrade because there's a cheaper, better weapon in the same class. And you get it at the end of your first playthrough. You should have gotten this
His
at
name
the
Philip?
end of Moreau's section instead of getting it in the factory. So by the time you get it in the factory, you're kind of set on what weapons you have, and you've upgraded them a lot. And it feels weird to like swap off other weapons. I'm kind of rambling at this point. I've made my point. The V61 goes at number 10. It's disappointing, but it's good.
On all levels except physical, I am a wolf.
At number 9, we have the M1851 Wolfsbane. This thing's awesome. It looks badass. But when you get the other Magnum, it's immediately worthless. It's still good against the Lycans, but the other Magnum in the scene is just so incredibly powerful, we'll get there, that it immediately outclasses this one. So after like your first, maybe second playthrough, definitely second playthrough, it's just, you immediately don't. There's not even like a preference situation here. It's, like I said with the other weapons, it's just immediately outclassed by a weapon you get later, so it's like, whatever, boom. So, I really love this weapon. I wish I could put it higher, but I cannot say that it's just better than any of the other weapons on the list, so it goes here. Dragon Ball. At number 8, we have the Dragoon, which is like an AK style assault rifle. Again, can't rank it higher because it's another assault rifle that's better. Yeah, I'm repeating myself, but this one is really good. It's easier to unlock than the WCX, I think it costs less points in the bonus shop, but don't quote me on that, I'm not 100% sure. Either way, you're better off just saving for the other assault rifle. So, it goes to number 8, really good, can't go wrong using it, but it has lower accuracy and not quite as much damage as the other one, therefore it is just objectively worse.
And I'm declaring war on toilets with new toilet grenade.
At number 7, we have the grenade launcher. Not because it does good damage, not because it has a wide variety of fun shells to use, not because it's fast to reload, not because it holds a lot of ammo. It's at number 7. It's almost at the top 5 because when you have infinite ammo unlocked, infinite flashbangs. Do you know how useful that is? like the rocket pistol, the weapon you unlock for doing basically everything in the game, does the same role as this does, but you get this through the normal game, and then you unlock infinite ammo, and you don't need the rocket pistol. This does the same thing the rocket pistol does. Sure, the flashbangs do no damage, but the rocket pistol's not doing any fucking damage either. It does 500 damage. Who gives a shit? If you're running through the game on Village of Shadows, I do recommend using the flashbangs, or if you're speedrunning, just infinite ammo with the flashbangs. Easy one. You can run past pretty much any enemy you want. You can cheese the opening village section by just spamming flashbangs, or just chill there. The infinite flashbangs that the grenade launcher gives you is so useful, but I can't rank it any higher because it doesn't do that much damage, and then the flashbang rounds don't do any damage, so it goes to number 7. Really useful, but not good as far as damage. Just good for basically speedrunning or cheesing stuff, so it goes here.
There is no more deadly weapon system in the world.
At number 6, not quite at the top 5 because it's so expensive to upgrade, and the other weapons in this game are just so incredibly broken. Number 6 is the SIG-12. It is by far the best shotgun, but I still don't like it very much. You know why? Because it just feels like the other shotguns, but better. All the shotguns feel the same. This is just the least shit one. This one does a ton of damage. That's it. That's it. It fires faster than the other ones, and it does more damage. And it has a giant fucking magazine. It's the same as the V61, except the other shotguns are not nearly as good, except the shotgun category doesn't have another really, like, OP shotgun to put above this one. So this one gets ranked higher because it's the best shotgun. Ranking the weapons in this game, it was honestly a lot easier than I expected it to be. I didn't feel like I needed as much experience to rank the weapons, otherwise this video would have come out later than it already did. Because the weapons are just straight upgrades the later you unlock them, which is fine. But like I said, it's not as satisfying as having the weapons have different pros and cons, like in RE4 or RE5. They wanted that weapon system of upgrading. They didn't give you the trade-offs that the weapons have that makes that system fun, which is one of my main problems with this game. I know I've said this before, but I just wanted to rant about it here before we move on to all the broken weapons in the top 5. So yeah, SIG-12 is really good. It's the best shotgun, but all the shotguns in this game are just kind of boring to use because they all feel the same. At number 5, we have the LZ Answerer, but who the fuck calls it that? We have the lightsaber. I love this thing, and I feel like not enough people know that it has extra abilities. Yeah, it does a lot of melee damage, but if you change it to green, did you know it heals you? Did you know that it doesn't count as using a healing item if you're doing the no healing run? Yeah. So you can do the whole game melee only without healing. You can do that in one fell swoop if you just take your time and do all the mercenaries. Now, if you don't like mercenaries in this game, maybe just skip that, just use the Gambit Knife and do a separate no healing run. But if you like the mercenaries or if you're fine with it, you can put up with it, just get the double S's on all of them to get this, and then do your no healing melee only run. It's so fun. Honestly, just running through the game on easy mode, feeling like fucking Darth Vader, Darth Maul, or whoever you want to feel like, whatever Star Wars character you want to feel like, you will feel like that Star Wars character with this, unless you want to feel like a Star Wars character with a gun, in which case, shut up. This thing's really fun to use, and then
Yoda with the green one.
blue color mode for the lightsaber, it increases your defense. So, if you think you're going to get hit, switch to the blue, block, take basically 0 damage. It's insane. Then, want to do incredible damage, switch to red.
That's what the borders are like.
If you want to switch to, if you're low on health, switch to green.
They were red or maroon color.
It even works on the animals. If you fish with the lightsaber, with the green mode on, you're gonna heal while collecting food for the dude. So it's like easy. But yeah, lightsaber is top 5. Honestly, mainly because of the healing ability that the green has. But it's just really fun to use, and it does a lot of damage. Maybe don't use it on Village of Shadows, but it's really good on every other difficulty. It's good for 2 of the hard challenges in the game, so I think it deserves a top 5 spot. Maybe an unpopular opinion, but I think it does. On the cool factor alone, it gets a top 5 spot. Okay, so the lightsaber goes here.
Adios, Leon.
At number 4, we have the USM A1. Chris's ugly pistol that you get as a bonus weapon. It is not only the cheapest pistol to buy from the Duke, after you've gotten it with your bonus points. It's also the best one. It does the most damage of any pistol. It does like 2,000 damage a second. This is insane. Compared to the Lemmy, which does 440, compared to the Samurai Edge, which does a tenth of the damage. The only one that comes close is the B61, but that one costs so much money to upgrade, which is what I was saying when talking about the B61, that there's another pistol in the game that is better and way, way, way cheaper. You don't have to dump all your money into it. That's this pistol. It's really good. If you're after your first playthrough, I just recommend just using this as your pistol. Because while it's a little ugly, at least I think so, maybe you like it. If so, awesome. More power to you. Rank it higher if you want to. I think it's a little bit busted how good it is. Honestly, I feel like you should upgrade it a little bit to get it to be the best handgun. It just costs a few $100s, and you have the best handgun. That's insane. So it goes to number 4.
On the stars. I am going to turn into a truck now.
At number 3, we have the hand cannon Peasy, which is where all your sniper ammo should go as soon as you unlock it, because this thing is broken. Even if you aren't upgrading it, it's going to outclass any pistol or shotgun that you have. So that is basically half the weapons in this game that it immediately outclasses. And plus it looks really cool. I think it looks cool at least. Most of the weapons in this game, I kind of don't like how they look. Besides the M1897, I really like that one. I like the grenade launcher. I think this weapon looks really awesome. Not much really to say. It's a Magnum that takes sniper ammo, so it's a little weaker. It's still really fucking broken. If you haven't blasted through the game with this weapon, please do it. It's really fun. Not quite as fun as the number 1 spot, but you can't go wrong with this one. It's good to keep in your pocket if you don't really feel like using the sniper. Very worth spending your bonus points.
Oh, this fucking guy. Do not let him in. Understand me?
At number 2, now this might be a little controversial, but I love this weapon. I love this weapon in this game. WCX. It's an assault rifle. It does a fuck ton of damage. It's really fun to use. It's a giant max. Really good recoil. It's insane against every regular enemy in the game, and it's still good against bosses. So it's gonna instantly delete every regular enemy, and will still be good against bosses. Not the best, but really good against the bosses. So, I mean, the WCX does 4,000 damage a second. You can't go wrong with the WCX, so it's going at the number 2 spot. At number 1, you all saw this coming. It was coming a mile away. You knew before you clicked on the video. If you played this game, you know that the stake is incredibly broken.
Awesome.
The stake does almost 5,500 damage. It does over 5,000 damage. You can one-tap anything in this game with the stake. It is so good. If you have the stake and you have infinite ammo, Village of Shadows is a cakewalk, okay? You don't have to worry about anything. Not a thing. It's better than the Albert 01 from Resident Evil 7. I put it on par with most of the RPGs in the other Resident Evil. This thing is insanely good. If you just take this and WCX, you're as equipped as you would be with just an RPG, the Infinite RPG and any other Resident Evil. It's incredible how good this thing is. It has a really good rate of fire, it reloads pretty quick, does a ton of damage, has a giant capacity. It's incredible. You can't top the best weapon in honestly most any Resident Evil game. Like, it sounds awesome to use. I don't like how the attachments for it make it look, but whatever. It's broken as shit. The fact that the best weapon in the game has a capacity add-on, I just think that's hilarious. They didn't even care about balancing it. They were like, no, just make the stake just broken as shit. Give it to attack. What? Just goes. The stake is incredible. Like, I can't even explain how good it is. It deletes everything. It literally deletes everything. What else do I have to explain? It's easier to unlock than literally the final weapon in the game that is ass. Like, you just have to beat the game. Beating the game on the hardest difficulty, horrible 5,500 damage missing. Beating the game once, saving a little bit of your coins, best weapon in the game. In what world, Capcom? The balancing in this game makes no sense whatsoever. I don't understand. Like, I'm not complaining. This weapon is incredible. But what were they going for with the weapons in this game? It's simultaneously, like, whatever weapon you get next is just better. At least as far as the normal weapons. But for the bonus weapons, it's all over the place. Some of them are just stupid. Some of them just really suck. then others are just incredibly broken. But then some of the regular weapons, sure they're an upgrade, but they cost such an exorbitant amount of money they're not worth using. It's I don't understand the weapon balancing. If anyone understands what they're trying to go for in this game, it's just feel free to explain in the comments. I don't understand. The weapons in this game frustrate me so much. Like, because some of them are so good, and then some of them are so nice, but they're so shit. M1897, why? Why do you suck so bad? Just, yeah. Well, that's the list. If you like the video, feel free to drop a like. If you dislike the video, dislike it. If you want more content like this, well, maybe not exactly this. I'm kind of running out of weapon ranking videos to do. But if you want other Resident Evil content, feel free to subscribe. Plenty more Resident Evil content on the channel already, and more to come. If you're tired of my horrible microphone and you would like to kick me back just even $1, channel memberships are up. You get access to a green herb that is next to your name that grows in rarity over time. You can unlock a diamond herb. Yes, I know that's ridiculous, but it's cool. So if you want the diamond herb, if you want an herb next to your name in the comments for literally $1, I'm a member. It's awesome. I want an herb next to my name. I love herbs. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. Stay evil, I Residence.
Mobile friendly surveys.
It's only 2 minutes long, so it's not too bad.
How's it going? My evil Residence.
Finish this level.
Playing through all of the stages on Resident Evil 8 right now to unlock all the exclusives, which I did not know existed when I made my weapons ranked list because I didn't know the DLC. But now I do, and I've gone through all of the RE8 mercenary stages, getting all the medals that I need to unlock those. So, figure in the meantime, since I'm playing so much mercenaries, I will make a couple of ranking videos, just for in between videos while I'm working on other bigger stuff for the channel. So, yeah. This is honestly just going to be mostly subjective, again, like the other video, because whatever stages you like, honestly, it's just going to boil down to what areas you like. And, yeah, that's pretty much going to do it as far as explaining the criteria for this. If you end up liking the video, feel free to drop a like, and subscribe if you want more content like this, and end up liking this video. I won't waste any more time. Let's get right into it.
Fucking steamy mood, yeah? Because I live in a shithole. You know what I mean?
Factories are never fun in Resident Evil games. I swear to God. I don't like the factory. I don't like it in the base game. The layout is so confusing. Despite the fact that it's mostly linear, I always get fucking lost. It's so annoying. I do not like this area at all, whatsoever. I did the factory first for getting my medals. I hate the factory. I just wanted it over with. The enemies are awesome. I really love the enemies. But the layout is too cramped, too dark. You can't see anything. I get lost. You can't open the map in Mercenaries.
Yeah.
That's another reason it gets so low. Main thing, I can open my map. I can navigate around. Sure, the map's a little bad, but at least I have it. In Mercenaries, you don't have the fucking map to navigate around the map.
Lock them doors and turn the lights down low.
You know I hate this one. So, factory goes in last. Fuck the factory. I hate the factory. All my homies hate the factory.
It should have been me, not
Comrades!
It's not
The 3 levels!
Fifth place, we have the first map that you will unlock. The regular village. The reason I ranked this one at number 5 is honestly just how easy it is. There's other mercenary stages that take place in similar areas that are a lot more engaging and they have lots more fun enemy placements. So, I mean, this one just goes at 5 because it's the most boring one, and I don't hate it. It's this. I mean, it's the first mercenary stage. It's the equivalent of like, it's the equivalent of RE4 Village, except that one is amazing. That one is so good. This one
got
is just
some
a
people
little boring,
pause.
a little dry. I don't really recommend it over
Pause
any
competition.
other stages.
We'll do it in
except for
sections.
fucking Factory, but
First
we talked
section,
about that already.
Doom 3 or whatever game mode you guys chose first,
Dry.
and then second section would be
Next on the list, we have the castle. Now, the reason I have
the
the
second
castle
game mode.
so low,
And it doesn't really matter the order you guys do it
I
in.
wouldn't say that there's like a caveat of, oh, I don't like it because no,
Alright,
I just like this.
if you want to join the
The reason it's
competition,
not higher is
you can.
because other maps have more
Point to it.
building cover and more interesting stories. But I think the castle, just the design of it,
Holy crap! Holy crap! Holy crap!
so I think
Dude, that's
it's
so
better
scary.
than the other ones.
Oh my
I
gosh.
think it like stands
That's
out
so
with
scary.
the other 3 maps. Like, the last 3 maps that you unlock are honestly just way better than the first 3 maps, just as far as fun factor, interesting spawns, interesting enemies, stuff like that. So, I think it's respectable. It's good, but it lands at number 4 just because the other ones just outclass it pretty much in every single way.
You just threw a chair at them? What the heck?
Toilet? What do you mean?
At number 3,
What was the table?
we are gonna go with the Bloody Village. This is the one that spawns all the tiny enemies. I do really like this one.
Dude, this section's so scary.
Like, oh my gosh, there's so
This is so scary.
but it's got slightly different.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
And then it's just
I'm running away.
The enemies are more fun. You get the tiny enemies.
Let me get this, just in case.
You get some giant enemies too. So I think this one's really fun. It's the village section, so it's kind of it's a little too like open for mercenaries. At least I think so. But yeah, it goes to number 3. I really like this map because it's
Insanity! I've gone mad!
in second place. These two, it was hard to decide which one I wanted in first place. Ultimately, I decided Mad Village to go in second place. Now, the reason I decided this is because the first 2 sections of it, they're okay. They're fun, they're good, they recover other village sections that you've been through already. But then the last 2
intro is so
sections,
scary.
where you're going through the village where it's been destroyed by the Megamycete, and then you fight Mother Miranda, are so fun. And it's not at nighttime, so you can actually see what you do. And then you don't have to deal with the night vision crab from the story mode. So I get to replay all the night vision and Hound Wolf crab that I don't like. Then I get to fight Mother Miranda as your kids. That's fun.
You guys get away from me.
I think it goes in second place. The first one edges it out a little bit. I'll explain why in just a second when we talk about number 1. In first place, the best mercenaries stage in this game. I really love this stage. It's the Bloody River. Now, it starts with that like shack section before the factory, but it's actually fun. And then you go on to fight Burrow, which you can absolutely nuke him as most of the characters. Even as Ethan, you pretty much destroy him instantly if you save up your pipe bombs and stuff like that. Which is like Lady D throwing the freaking nightstand at him. Just being Heisenberg and just nuking him with the hammer. It's just so fun. And then the finale is so good in the castle where it's like with the 100 enemies. You just get the whole castle to run to yourself. You get to destroy pretty much everything. Oh my god, it's so fun. And then the enemy spawns, like dealing with all of those like Soldat guys in the castle areas, it just works so well. I will say it does spam a little too many crossbow enemies at you on this one. I don't even fan that, but I just really like this one for the amount of free reign it gives you, the amount of wide enemies. I put it above the last one. I know I sang high praise to the last one. Put it above the last one, mostly because it's that last section is just so fun, and I kind of wish that we had like 3 or 4 maps total, and there was less like same areas used on each section of the maps, and you just had free reign of the whole map, and you could just kind of just go about destroying stuff like how it is in other Resident Evil games. They just kind of cut out a section, then let you do something. Whereas I'm just not a big fan of the stage system, and I think this one having that really big open area at the end with the 100 enemies just scratches the mercenaries itch better than a lot of the other stages too because of that. And I really love the first stage where it's the wolf in the river area. Oh, it's so I love this stage. It's definitely the best stage in the game. And the Mad Village is a close second, but like I said, I'm just not a big fan of the like stage split setup. I think that one is a little bit damaged by that aspect, as most of the mercenary stages are in this game. So yeah, as I said, Bloody River is definitely the best stage. And then, if you're wondering about the hard stages, honestly, they're all about they would probably go in the same place. Because Village 2 has the same problem as Village 1 with most boring enemy spawns. As far as hard stages go, Factory's the same thing. So, I mean, it's gonna be the same order. They're just more difficult. So it's kind of whatever you prefer between the normal and the hard stages. But it's the same ranking either way. That's why I'm not gonna go and rank those separately. that's going to do it for this video. I know I had another shorter one, but I do have more stuff coming up on the channel, so make sure you subscribe to check that out. We have lots of other Resident Evil content on the channel already, and much more to come. I have lots of video ideas in the pipeline, but if you have an idea that you want to suggest, feel free to drop them below. If you like this video, drop a like, and as I said, subscribe if you'd like to. I would greatly appreciate it. If you have channel memberships up, you try to my horrible microphone, 99 cents. You don't have to, obviously, but if you do, I will give you a kiss on the forehead, and I will be eternally grateful. Interact with this video in any way, honestly. Even if you clicked on the video and decided my voice was annoying and clicked off, I still appreciate you just for even looking at my video. It really means a lot, and yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Stay evil, my residents.
Great.
U.S.
Unfinished.
General from Harbor.